सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवन्वेषिणी। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। श्लोक नंबर 17। अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः श्रीभगवानुवाच अविनाशि तु तद्विद्धि येन सर्वमिदं ततं विनाशमव्ययस्यास्य न कश्चित् कर्तुमर्हति। अन्तवन्त इमे देहाः नित्यस्योक्ताः शरीरिणः अनाशिनो प्रमेयस्य तस्माद्युध्यस्व भारत। य एनं वेत्ति हन्तारम् यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतः नायं हन्ति न हन्यते। भगवान श्री कृष्ण is giving the self-knowledge as a solution to the problem of samsara, bondage. And he revealed the self as nityaha. Nityaha means timeless, free from limitation of time. Satyaha, independently existing. Then sarvagataha, Atma is not limited to one body, it obtains in all the bodies. Ekaha, one. Atma is one. Bodies are many, Atma is one. Like space is one, pots are many. So pot space appear to be many, but space is one. Similarly, Atma is one. And since Atma is sarvagataha, all pervasive, therefore it does not have any particular shape. Atma doesn't have any shape, formless it is. And one more thing it was told here in the 18th shloka, that Atma is aprameyaha. It is not available for objectification, like ghata-pata. Like a pot you can objectify, like a cloth you can objectify. Unlike that, Atma is aprameyaha. And now in the 19th shloka, it is said that Atma is a karta, free from doership. Atma is a bhokta, free from any experiencership. And we had seen in the last class, what do we mean when we say Atma is free from doership? For that we had to understand what is doership. I claim, today I did this, today I did puja, today I went to the temple, and I did not do parayanam. So you are claiming yourself to be the agent of certain actions. That agent of certain action is called karta, and being the agent of certain action is called doership, kartrutvam in Sanskrit. And bhoktrutvam means, today I had very nice breakfast. Today I saw very beautiful flowers. I was very happy. But afterwards we had a fight with a friend and I was unhappy. This is called bhoktrutva. I underwent different experiences, pleasure, pain, neutral experience, boredom. Swamiji, I was very bored yesterday evening. Internet was not there, and so I cannot watch program. And nobody was there. Cell phone also not working. Otherwise, nowadays one good thing is always you can remain busy. You just open your mobile and see which fellow would be like me, who also will be bored. So you call him. So both are happy. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. So he also is waiting for some call. And you have also nothing to do. So what? You talk to each other. But it was not there. Therefore what? I was bored, Swamiji. I was very much bored. This boredom is a big problem signifying this samsara. Boredom, Puja Swamiji used to say very nicely. He says, bore means what? You are not happy with yourself. And he used to tell this, especially in this situation. He said, when there is, you call somebody, and if call is not taken up immediately, some music will start. In olden days, they start. Nowadays, I don't know it happens. But you call some company, and if call is not taken, then in between time, some music will start. Why? Because person will be bored with person. Waiting. It means you are bored with whom? See, you can be bored with somebody. Some fellow Swamiji keeps on talking same thing because he is now older and therefore he forgets that he has told the same thing 3 times. I remember, he forgets. Therefore he will be telling me the same thing with same enthusiasm. I will feel so bored. Understandable. You are bored with somebody. You are bored with some movie. You are bored with some book. But here, you are bored with whom? Yourself. That is a sign of samsara. One sign of samsara is you are bored with yourself. And that this boredom is not there. For this person who has appreciated I am not a bhokta. Otherwise, bhokta has this problem. Bhokta means happiness I experience, unhappiness I experience, boredom I experience. So this is called bhoktrutva. I was talking about that. Bhoktrutva means I consider myself to be the experiencer of pleasure, pain, boredom, etc. That is called bhoktrutva. And that doership and experiencership are not there with the self. Self is free from kartrutvam and bhoktrutvam. Swamiji, so what? Self is free from kartrutvam, doership. Self is free from this bhoktrutvam. And so what happens to me? What is the purpose served by knowing this? Purpose served is you understand I am this self who is free from doership, who is free from experiencership. So Atma is akarta abhokta means what? I am akarta abhokta. Somebody, so what? When I know I am akarta abhokta, I become free from the problem of guilt and hurt. Generally, people have this guilt. I should have done this, I should not have done this. This one, omission is there, commission is there. Omission means what? Not doing what is to be done. Commission means what? Doing what is not to be done. So, based on omissions and commissions, we have got guilt. And guilt is very crippling. It will make you very weak. Because of guilt, many people are not able to come up in life, even in Vyavaharika sense. Because of guilt. Guilt weakens the person. Debilitating effect is there. And once I know I am not a karta, then I am free from guilt. When I know I am not a bhokta, I am free from hurt. Otherwise, what will you think? Swamiji, that person hurt me 20 years ago, 15 years ago. You don't forget. He shouted at me. He told like this. You also can come. See, one person was told by one organizer that you also can participate. One word extra. You also. He felt so bad. And he did not participate. He said, what does it mean? Oh, also means I am supposed to. Why you said you also? First he told to one person, you participate, you also participate. One also word hurt him so much. And it was creating so much impact. So I feel that I am insulted, humiliated. And especially, our problem is, Swamiji, if you want to say something, you tell me in person. Don't tell me in front of everybody. This is a very big problem. Swamiji, if they say, Swamiji, if you want to kill me, you can kill me, but in front of everybody, don't say. Therefore, we also have learnt, so we don't tell. So, I am insulted. That is what Bhoktrutva. I am insulted, I become happy, I become unhappy. And this idea of Kartrutvam and Bhoktrutvam are based on my mistake. Mistake of what? Mistake of considering myself to be the body, mind, sense complex. Kartrutvam is there in the body, mind, sense complex with the reflection. And I consider myself to be Karta. It is something like car is moving, So space should not think I am moving. I change the example. I am moving, yes, you may feel because you are physically associated. Space is not moving. Car is moving. In me, car is moving. Similarly, in me, consciousness, the body is active. In my presence, body is active. I am not the Karta. But what happens? I commit the mistake of taking the body, mind, sense complex to be me, and therefore I consider myself to be Karta, doer, and guilt is there. Similarly, Bhokta. Whenever insult is there, any insult, that insult is always to body, mind, sense complex. Has anybody ever insulted you by saying you are Sachidananda? Has anybody told you? Why did you relax? You are Sachidananda. Did anybody say like this? Insult is always based on anatma. That you are idiot, you are lazy, you are fat, or something. You are like a stick. Some people very thin, so you are like a stick. Always based on this body, mind, sense complex. Insult can never be done based on atma. Nobody says you are atma. says like this. So, insult is done to the body mind sense complex, but I take it as what? Insult of me. So, I am free from bhoktrutvam, but I identify with this body mind sense complex, therefore I appear to be bhokta. And that notion of kartrutvam and bhoktrutvam is dismissed in this shloka by revealing the fact that Atma is neither karta nor the object of anybody's action, implying Atma is not the bhokta. And this is based on the Kathopanishad. Hantaschen manyate hantum, hataschen manyate hatam, ubhau tavna vijanitaha, nayam hantina hanyate. These are the wordings there. And Bhagavan Sri Krishna, first part, he has changed. Second part as it is. Like when they do copy paste, little bit they change. So that copyright violation is not there. So, but Bhagavan doesn't have problem. Why, Because Bhagavan himself has given Vedas. So it is something like I quote my own quotation. What I had told in one particular place, same thing I quote. I don't have to take permission. My own quotation, I don't have to take permission. So similarly, Vedas also are Bhagavan's revelation. This also is Bhagavan's revelation. But to show some respect to the Upanishad, to show the ultimate authenticity of Upanishad, Bhagavan is quoting the shlokas, the mantras from the Upanishad, where similar idea is given that Atma is free from the doership and experiencership. One incidental note is, in Sanskrit 2 words are there. Kartrutvam, we translate as doership. Second word is bhoktrutvam, sometimes they translate as enjoyership. But it is not a correct translation. Why? Because enjoyership means what? The status of being the experiencer of only happiness. Whereas we do not mean only happiness experiencer. Happiness and unhappiness both are called bhoga. Sukha dukha anyatara sakshatkaraha bhogaha. So bhoga means both pleasure and pain, both are called bhoga. And therefore if you say only enjoyer, it will be a limited translation. Therefore we are translating this word bhoktrutvam as experiencership. So Bhagavan is saying here, Atma is free from kartrutvam and bhoktrutvam. But Bhagavan doesn't say in a direct manner that Atma is not a karta, not a bhokta. He doesn't say like that in simple language. He says, Yaha enam veti hantaram. One who considers this self to be the killer. Yaha cha enam hatam manyate. And one who considers this self to be killed. Ubhau tau na vijanitaha. Both of them, they do not know this self. So one who considers this self to be the killer, one who considers self to be killed, both of them do not know the self. It is something like one who considers sun to be rising, one who considers sun to be setting. Ubhau tau na vijanitaha. Both of them really do not know the sun. Why? The sun really does not rise, the sun really does not set. Therefore, if you consider that the sun is really rising, sun is really setting, then you do not know the sun. Similarly, Bhagavan says, one who considers self to be karta or one who considers self to be bhokta, both of them, they do not know the self. Why? Nayam hantina hanyate. The self is neither, the self neither kills, na hanti, does not kill, na hanyate, is not killed. So self in its true nature is neither killer nor killed. And therefore one who considers self to be the killer or killed, both of them do not know the self. Like the real sun does not rise and set, Therefore, if you think the sun is rising or setting, you do not know the sun. So here it is said, Atma is akarta abhokta. Like space, we give the example of space. Space is present. Here space is present in this hall. But space is not participating in any activity. It doesn't participate. It doesn't teach. When I am teaching, it corrects me. It doesn't do that. Thank God. Or if students are not listening, then in between they listen. Space doesn't do that. Prompting you to listen. Nothing. Present, but does not participate. And its presence is not useless. Without space, we cannot be accommodated. So it has got significance. Without space, we cannot be accommodated. We cannot do any activity. But it does not actively participate. Or another example we give, the screen. The screen is required for the movie, but screen does not participate. Some actor is attacking another actor or actress. The movie doesn't come and interfere. नहीं ऐसा काम नहीं करना चाहिए. You should not. Movie doesn't say. Or when wrong thing is happening, movie flies away. Like that it doesn't do. It just remains. But without a screen, movie cannot be seen. Similarly, without Atma, consciousness, no activity is possible. But Atma does not participate in any activity. It's a very peculiar thing. Present, but does not actively participate. And present, significantly present. Without consciousness, Atma, body cannot function. Mind cannot function. But Atma itself does not do any action. So in my presence, consciousness presence, the activities happen, but I am free from action. So Atma is free from kartrutvam and bhoktrutvam. When we understand this well, then we are free from guilt and hurt. In fact, the ultimate solution of guilt and hurt is only the knowledge of the self being akarta abhokta. And technically speaking, why Atma is akarta abhokta? The reason is Atma is free from any modification. Atma is akarta abhokta because Atma is free from any modification. What is the connection between modification and activity? The connection is activity is possible only in that locus where modification is possible. Change is possible. See, in this body, activity is possible because modification is possible. The hands can move, hands can change appropriately. Then only activity is possible. So, any activity presupposes the modification. And Atma is free from activities because Atma is free from modification. Avikriyatvat akarta. Being changeless, Atma is akarta. And since it is akarta, it is abhokta. Even bhoga requires some modification. And those modifications are not there in Atma. Therefore, Atma is akarta. And how Atma is free from modification, that is said in the next shloka. Jayate mriyate va kadachit.
Jayate mriyate va kadachit.
Nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyah.
Nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyah.
Ajo nitya shashvatoyam puranaha.
Ajo nitya shashvatoyam puranaha.
Nahanyate hanyamane sharire.
Nahanyate hanyamane sharire.
This verse also is similar to what is there in Kathopanishad. Na jayate mriyate va vipashit. There is a nayam kutaschinna babuva kashit. Slight variation. Ajo nitya shashvatoyam purana. Na hamyate hamyamane sharira. So there also similar mantra is there. And in this shloka, which is based on the Kathopadishad mantra, is conveying the idea that Atma is free from all modifications. Generally, we talk about 6 modifications. One is when we talk about the body, in the Tattva Bodha, 6 modifications are presented. Tattva Bodha is an introductory text to Vedanta. There, it is said, first modification is Asti. There it is presented in a particular way. Asti means being in seed form. Then Jayate, born. Then Vardate, grows. Then Viparinamate. There will be some metamorphic changes which cannot be called growing also and declining also. Graphically speaking, it is almost like a straight line. Vardate means there is a graph going in a steep line. But Viparinamate means it is almost straight. That is what we have between, say, about 20 and 40, almost straight. We are not growing further, nor we are declining also. So that is called Viparinamate. It also implies some metamorphic changes happen. Physically, certain changes happen. They are called Viparinama, metamorphic changes or metamorphosis. That is called Viparinama. Afterwards, what happens? Apakshayaha, declining. Slowly our joints will be worn out, ears, etc. These all parts will be having wear and tear. That is called Apakshayaha. And then Apakshaya means declination, decay. And then what? Finally, Vinashyati is destroyed. The body is destroyed. So these are the 6 modifications found in the body. They are called Bhava Vikara in Sanskrit. Modification in existent entities. And these modifications are not there in Atma. That is being said in this sloka. What is said? Na jayate. Atma is not born. So what is the birth date of Atma? No birth date. So generally I say this, that if somebody forgets your birth date, you should thank the person. Why? Because he is reminding you what? You are never born. You are never born, so how can I greet you? You are never born. We cannot greet Atma, happy birthday. Na jayate. Atma is never born. What about die? Na mriyate. Atma is never dies. Like space, never born. I mean, relatively speaking, not born, does not die. When pot is born, then space is not born. When pot is destroyed, space is not destroyed. Na mriyate. Why is it so? See, kadachit means at any time. At any time it is not born, it is not destroyed. Why? Because I am this self. Bhutva abhavita na bhavati. Generally, all other objects having been there, bhutva, having been there for some time, what happens? Abhavita, it becomes non-existent. Like this pencil or a pot, having been there for some time, bhutva, then one day it will become what? Abhavita. Abhavita means non-existent. So bhavita, abhavita, that is the characteristic of all the objects, body. This body is there for 20 years, 30 years, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90. Some people are very lucky, 100 years. 110, 115, that's all. Maximum 120. Japan, I know Japan, these people are very old, They have got like 110 and is quite common in some village. 110 is like all veterans. So still 110, and some people say 116 is considered to be like Purna. Some people consider 116. All right. Still, Bhutva, having remained for 116 years, Abhavita means non-existent, not available anymore. But in case of Atma, na, that type of situation is not there. That Atma was there for some time, Bhutva, and then Abhavita, it became non-existent. So remaining for some time, becoming non-existent, that type of situation is not there for Atma, unlike the body. Therefore what? Na jayate. Vashyakara connects like this. Na jayate, because it is not like the body which remains for some time and then becomes extinct. It is not so. And another one also is not there. Na bhutva bhavita also is not there. Bhuya means again. For earlier period it was not there. This body was not there earlier. Na bhutva. And now bhavita becomes existent. Certain things was not there. Na bhutva, having not been there, comes into existence, comes into being. That type of thing is not there for Atma. Means Atma is not born like the body. The body was not there, na bhutva, then it came into being. So Atma, this body is born. So when something is being not there comes into existence, then it is said to be born. But in case of Atma, it is not that earlier Atma was not there and one day it popped up. There is no such thing. And therefore, na jayate. So, na mriyate bhutva abhavita na bhavati. Therefore, na mriyate and na bhutva bhavita na bhavati. Therefore, na jayate. In simple words, for Atma, there is no situation that it was there sometime and it became non-existent. Or it was not there earlier and now it has come into existence. Such things are not there. And therefore Atma is free from the janma and marana. Na jayate, na mriyate. And ajaha. Therefore it is ajaha. Birthless. Nityaha. Deathless. Shashvataha. Shashvataha means apakshaya rahitaha. Free from any decay. So when we are saying that free from decay does not mean the body is free from decay. Atma is free from decay. So when your body is getting worn out, you can appreciate what? The body is worn out. I, Atma, am never worn out. I am apakshaya rahita. And Puranaha means Pura api nava. Earlier also new, now also new, means vruddhi rahitaha. I am not growing. Growing in both sense. One is age-wise people grow. That 30, 40, 50, 60. And in modern times, people are complex about this. Oh, now I am 55. So people don't want to tell that. I am 55, 60. Doctors, etc., they would like to hide it. Because patient will be, oh my God, he's 70 and need to do surgery. No. So they will not tell the age. They will to hide it. He's 70 years, he is doing surgery. Uska haath hilega. So, मेरी तो जान जाएगी. So his hand he will be trembling. He is 70. Oh, 70. So many professionals would not like to reveal their age. Many actors also may not like to, but they have to celebrate their birthdays, therefore they have to tell. But otherwise they would not like to reveal their age. Because of 55, 60, 65 also they will be playing the role of 35 and all, 25. They will be playing heroes only. with glasses, because the glasses they wear generally because they want to hide the wrinkles in the eye, around the eyes, perhaps. So hiding, but it is with reference to the body. Body is growing. I am Purana. Means I am free from growth. Age-wise free from growth. This way also free from growth. Because people have got complex, no? That Swamiji, earlier I was so thin, now I am fat. People want to hide their fatness. Therefore, they say if you wear this type of strip you wear, then you don't look so fat. You wear the vertical, then you look thinner. Something like that they have. Unnecessary. I am Purana. I am free from Bruddhi. Na hanyate hanyamane sharire. When body is hanyamane, here hanyamana is in the sense of afflicted. It can be taken as skilled also, but here because already we have covered dityaha, therefore we say when body is afflicted, na hanyate, atma is not afflicted. When body is having some fever, cold, etc., atma is free from all of that. This is a nice meditation. Body is having some disease. I am free from disease. People will think that Swamiji, isn't it escapism? Denial of problem? No. It will be called denial if we say that body also doesn't have problem. Then it is a denial. We are not saying that body is free from problems. We are just giving the right location of the problem. Sometimes it happens, something happen in some country and the video is made and it is shown as if it happened in India. Many times it happens that some incident happened in some place some time ago and video is in circulation. So we have to tell, then they have to give clarification that this did not happen in India. Sometimes it happened that something happened in Malaysia or something, that food was distributed after doing something and it was circulated in India, people got very angry. Then they had to clarify it is not of India. Something recently it happened in Tamil Nadu, some rumor was there. Actually, incident somewhere else happened, and that was a long time back. So, we have to clarify that this is not the real situation. Similarly, when we say that Atma is free from the disease, we are not denying the facts. We are giving proper perspective to the problem. We are saying that body has the disease, but Atma, which is the Sakshi of the body, the witness of the body, is free from problems. It is something like dress is torn. When you go handle, sometimes it gets stuck and it is torn. But I know that this dress is torn, but I am not torn. I am intact. Many times some car accident happens and people will say, you are okay, no? Car got damaged. I am okay. Similarly, some damage, some disease is happening in the body. We don't deny that. We should not deny it. If body has the problem, acknowledge it. Yeah, body has the problem. But you give proper address to the problem. What you are doing, you are changing the address. Problem is there in the body and you say, I am sick. The fact is what? I am the witness of the body which has got this disease. But some people say, how does it make any difference? Medicine is to be taken or not? Medicine has to be taken. Even body has got problem or Atma has got problem. Medicine is the same. Swamiji, enna prayojanam. What? In Tamil they say, enna prayojanam. Like that, enna prayojanam. The prayojanam is this. You will not have any fear or complex based on the disease. See, people have a double problem. One is that disease is there, other is that complex. Why am I getting disease? What people will think? And I have done so many karmas. I am very unlucky. This is another problem. If you are objective about the physical problem, then you say body has some problem, I am okay. I have told you, I think some time ago, that in Bangalore, one boy, I asked him, Govind, how is your toothache? He said, tooth is aching, I am okay. What a nice thing, you know. This 10-year-old boy told me this. Tooth is aching, but I am okay. How nice it is, you know. I am okay. Body has the problem. But I continue to be Satchidananda. I am Ananda Swarupa even when there is pain in the body. Swamiji, it is very easy to say when fan is going on, everything okay. But pain comes, Swamiji, that time we are not able to appreciate. Why you are not able to appreciate? Because you want to appreciate at that time only. It is something like you are digging the well when house has caught fire. It will not work. Will it work? So house has caught fire and start digging the well. It doesn't serve the purpose. What you have to do? You have to keep the well ready. Then only it will be useful. Similarly, before disease comes, you have already pre-programmed yourself. What is a pre-program? Which is a right program. Not it is a make believe. What? I am Sakshi of this body. If you have already assimilated this fact, affirmed this fact in your mind very well, and then you can use it at that time. Otherwise, if you try to do at that time, it will be very difficult. So when body is okay, that time itself you say, I am the Sakshi of this body which is healthy, relatively healthy now. Some problem will always be there. I always ask in this hall, is there anybody who doesn't have any health issue? Some issue will be there. Stomach pain is there, this pain is there, some readings are not okay. Something or the other will be there. Underweight is there, overweight is there. Some problem will be there. Some physical issues will be there. So I am Sakshi of that body who has got some issues. Handleable issues are there. If you have done it, then even when the big crisis comes, you can remain objective. It is possible. So I am na hanyate hanyamane sharire. Even when body is affected, I am not affected. Body is getting old, I am not getting old. Body is afflicted with disease, I am not afflicted with disease. Na hanyate hanyamane sharire. So in this shloka, it is said, Atma is free from modifications. And therefore what? Since I am free from modifications, I am free from actions. Why? Because actions are possible when modifications are possible. I am free from modifications, and without modifications, action cannot take place. Therefore, I am free from actions. Here also, when I say I am free from action, it is not irresponsibility. It is something like you do all wrong things and say, no, I am a karta. It is not meant for that. Even if you try to do, it will not help. So here when we say I am a karta, it is not we are disowning the responsibility or for escaping from any responsibility we are saying this. Here also we are just putting the action in proper perspective. We are looking at the action with proper perspective. It is not meant for escaping from the responsibility. You can say this particular action was done by this body mind sense complex, and therefore body mind sense complex has to face the consequences. Let it face consequences. If I have slapped somebody, karta, body has done that, so body will be slapped back. So, but when slapping was happening, I was a karta. When slapping back is happening, then also what? I am a bhokta. It is not double standard. When I do something wrong, Means something wrong happens through this body mind sense complex and somebody says, why did you do this? No, I am a karta. Naya mantira hanyati. And that fellow slaps you back. That time, why did you do this to me? Hey, you did not do it. So I am not doing it to you. So double standard should not be there. So Vedanta is not meant for those people who have double standard in their life. That is why we talk about qualifications required for Vedanta. People who have got manipulative mind, grabbing mind, they are not fit for Vedanta. Vedanta will not bless them. So first you bring correction in your value system. Then only Vedanta will bless. Otherwise, people may try to misuse Vedanta. And when you misuse Vedanta, Vedanta is not really affected. What is affected is you only. Because you will suffer in long run. So here, Bhagavan Sri Krishna is showing that Atma being changeless, Atma is free from activities. And incidentally, that Bhagavan said Atma is free from killing, Atma is free from being killed. Why killing Bhagavan is doing? Two reasons we had seen earlier also. One reason is called Prathama Malla Nyaya. Prathama Malla Nyaya means if you want to become the champion, the wrestler in boxing or something, you don't have to defeat all the champions, boxing champions, or all the boxers of the world. Whoever is the last champion, if you defeat him, you are the world champion. You don't have to defeat all the people. Similarly, when this action of killing itself is dismissed with reference to Atma, then all other actions stand dismissed. Why? Because the action of killing involves lot of involvement of the person. Lot of planning, lot of reaction, lot of energy required. To kill is not that easy. You have to involve so many things. And action of killing is considered to be horrible. And when such horrible action is also do not create any doership or do not create any impact on Atma, then what to talk about all other activities? To show that this action of killing is given as an example. And another contextual reason is Arjuna's issue was, how can I kill Bhishma Pitama? Katham Bhishma Maham Sankhye Dronam Cha Madhusudana Ishubhi Prati Yotsyami Pujarho Varisudana. Since his guilt was there with regard to the action of killing, therefore Bhagavan is using the word killer and killed. It is not that Bhagavad Gita is meant for killing somebody or not killing somebody. That is not the issue. Alright. Now in the next shloka, Bhagavan is concluding this idea that Atma is free from doership. In the 19th shloka, it was proposed, means pratigna was done, that Atma is free from doership and experiencership. And the hetu, the reason was given. Why Atma is free from doership and experiencership? Reason was given, avikriyatvat, being free from modification. Now the conclusion is done with some more details in the next shloka. Veda vinashinam nityam
Veda vinashinam nityam
ya enamajam abjayam
Yaenamajam avyayam
katham sa purushah partha
Katham sapurusha partha
kam ghatayati hantikam.
Ghatayati hantikam.
So Bhagavan says, Yaha, one who Veda knows. Knows whom? Enam, this self. What type of self? Avinashinam, indestructible. Nityam, free from any viparinama, metamorphic changes. Since Avinashi is already has dismissed death, therefore Nityam is viparinama rahitam. Ajam, free from birth. Avyaya, free from any decline, apakshaya, means one who knows this self free from any modification. Such a person, saha, purushaha, that person, kam ghatayati, whom will he direct to kill, whom will he make to kill, instigate to kill, kam hanti, whom will he kill. So this is this shabdartha, the meaning of the words. Sa purushaha, that person, how can he kill or how can he make others kill? Here the message given is this, that a person who has understood the self to be free from modifications, he will not conclude himself to be karta, the doer of any action. And this doership of action is of two types. One is direct, other is indirect. Direct means what? I myself do the action. I will go and pick up some fruit. That is called direct action. Indirect action means what? I will ask somebody to go and do it. I make others do it. That is called indirect action. Directorship. I direct somebody to do it. The first one is direct action, other is directing action. Directing action is indirect action. Means I ask somebody to do it. I myself don't do it. Many people know they themselves will look very serene and all this, but they will be instigating others to do it. And they don't get any bad name. So that is what many politicians do. They don't do any riots, etc. But they will instigate people to do it. So that is also considered to be action. Therefore, in the eyes of law also, that is an offense. It is called accomplice. So, person will be punished for that also. If you remember in Indira Gandhi, when she was killed, directly it was done by the watchman only, that person. But he was instigated by his uncle. Therefore, uncle also was given capital punishment. Even though he was not there, at this scene he was not there. But he had instigated this person. Therefore, he also was punished. So, not only doing is wrong thing is offense, making others do wrong thing also is offense. According to Dharma Shastra also it is that. One is called Kruta, other is called Karita. Kruta means you yourself do it. Karita means you make others do it. You don't kill cow, but you make, okay, you kill it. Then also it is action, offense. Swamiji, I cannot use hit, but I will ask my servant, you hit. So, Swamiji, I am very ahimsa, non-violent person. I can't do it. So what? I ask others to do it. And so if he doesn't do also, I scold him. So that much directorship is there. Then also is a papa. We think that we put hit, then only it is a papa. If you ask somebody else to do it, you ask. Without your asking, he did it, no problem. So if your servant is very understanding servant. But otherwise, if you ask, then he also gets some papam, and you also, in fact, you may get more, because this servant really is not going to sleep in this room. He is not going to suffer. So if you do it, then you may get papam. If you consider yourself to be karta. So these are two types of action. One is called direct action, other is called indirect action. And one who is doing direct action is called karta. One who is doing indirect action is called karayita, director. But a person who has understood that I am free from modification, then this person will not consider himself to be karta or karayita, direct actor or indirect actor. And therefore he is free from all punya, all papa, all sanchita, all prarabdha. And this person is free from all actions, and therefore he gets a title Vidvat Sannyasi. He is called Vidvat Sannyasi. Means he is renunciate of all actions through wisdom. So Vidvat Sannyasa means renunciation through wisdom. Physically, activities will be there, but mentally, cognitively, he is free from all actions, and that is called Vidvat Sannyasa. So Bhagavan Sri Krishna talks about Vidvat Sannyasa, and he is telling that ultimate renunciation is wisdom-based renunciation alone can be ultimate. Physically, you cannot give up all actions. Some activities will happen. So Vidvat Sannyasa, wisdom-based renunciation alone is the solution for the problem of samsara. Now we'll see the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam
Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Next Sunday we will not have the class. So on 2nd April we will not have the class. I am going out. 9th April we will have the next class.